What is going on, everyone? I'm coming at you with a deck profile for OP03 for a deck that I've actually been having a lot of fun playing. I don't know how competitively viable this deck is, or even if it's all that good, but it's definitely fun to play, and it's really fun to win off of the Nami effect. So without further ado, I'm going to hop into it. I think my list is a bit more traditional in the sense of trying to win with Nami's effect, but there's definitely some changes that you can make to the deck to seriously make it a lot more competitive, but that's just my 2 cents. So without further ado, let's hop into the deck profile. So I am playing Nami, and of course, for those of you who don't know, her leader effect is when you deck out, when you reach 0 cards in your deck, you win the game. So your whole point of your game is to get to 0 cards in your deck. So in order to do that, I'm playing a multitude of different cards here. So I'm playing 4 Kaya, which is draw 2, trash 2, and a 2-hit counter. This is a card that you can play and you can reuse off of Zeph, off of Overheat. Those cards can bounce her back to your hand, and so you can continue to reuse her. Unfortunately, because of the ban, Nami's not quite as good and consistent as decking out, but thankfully you have cards like Kaya who can consistently help you cycle through your deck to get those bricks out of your hand. Next up, I'm playing 4 Nojiko. Nojiko is fantastic. It's another card that you can recycle with your cards like Zeph and your cards like Overheat. This card is going to be really good at stunning your opponent, and certain decks have a really tough time dealing with this card because you can just keep replaying it and protecting it using your Zeph. So for example, on like a 7 Dawn turn, you can play a Nojiko to bounce something, then you can play a Zeph to bounce back your Nojiko to your hand, and you've protected the card, and you've got a 5 cost or less off the board. And so it's really nice. It does really great in this deck. Also, it's an East Blue card, and it works well with Nami. Next up, I'm playing 4 Alvida. This card is decent in certain situations. I think if you don't have a good turn 1 play, Alvida can be good, and she is a 2-hit counter, as well as the fact that she can deal with some of those those other decks that aren't super, that are playing like a lot of like 1 cost or 2 costs. So you're playing against like Zoro, you're playing against decks with like a lot of searchers, for example, or decks that are just playing a lot of low cost characters. Alvida is fairly good in that situation. Yeah, you have to trash a card from your hand, but you do have a fair bit of bricks with a lot of your cards here, and she can stall out some games for you until you can get your bigger bodies out. I'm playing 4 Boodles. I think this card is a little bit underrated because you get to trash a card on his KO. If you didn't want to play him and you want to play more out of other cards, I wouldn't blame you. I like it because he's a 1k counter, he's a blocker, he's 2 cost, and he does trash cards from your deck if you absolutely need him to, and he's a decent turn 1 play if you're going second, because he's going to always die basically, and he's always going to trash at least 1 card from your deck. I'm playing 2 of the 3 cost Doflamingo blocker. This card is not super necessary. I just liked trying it out just to see how well it could stack my deck, and I actually really enjoyed playing this card. It really came up a lot to see where I was at in my deck, what cards were coming up shortly if I want to rearrange them, and it felt pretty good. It's also decent to deal with decks that have deletion for 3k and under. So for those, like if you're playing like Law, for example, or if you're playing the Boodle, those are easily poppable by like Newgate or Fista, or a multitude of other different cards, whereas Doflamingo dodges those deletion effects. So it's a fairly nice blocker to have, and it's a decent turn 2 play if you're going first. I'm playing 2 Boa Hancock. Again, this card lets you draw if you have 5 or less cards in your hand, and if you're blocking or attacking, doesn't matter, and she's a great card. Only thing about her is that there are a lot better plays that you can make other than just dropping a Boa. I think this card is better late game in this deck, but I don't really care if I ever see her, because like I'd much rather be playing Zeph into Nojiko just to continue to stun my opponent's board, and then just save up for my big bodies like Mihawk and Doflamingo. I'm playing 2 Belmare. Again, this is a card that you could definitely bump up if you like it. Its effect is Dawn ×1 if you do damage to life, so you get to mill 7 cards on the top of your deck, and on KO you can trash 3 cards. So this card definitely can be very strong. I think you can play more than 2 of it if you'd like. I think 2 is fine for me. It's a bit slow, and yeah, it still trashes 3 cards if it's KO'd right after you play it, but the problem is that like this deck doesn't have a ton of offense, and you're kind of working towards the goal of like late game and decking out, and so cards that don't really do anything when they're played aren't super phenomenal, and so this card is a bit slow in my opinion, so that's why I'm only playing 2 of it. Moving on, I am playing 5 Zeph. This card is fantastic to bounce your Nojikos and your Kayas. This card can really help you stall games out, going, you know, if you're on your 3rd turn, this card is very, very useful. And after your 5 Dawn turn, like Nojiko into Zeph, for example, and then leaving a Dawn active for your Usopp Rubber Band of Doom is a fantastic play. Or just playing Nojiko into Zeph to bounce and have a body on board, as well as the fact that he always trashes 2 cards when you bounce something. And if you ever get attack off at life with him, he trashes 7, and you know it's really easy for him to win games that way. So we love our Zephs. I'm playing 2 of the 7 I'm also playing 4 Dracula Mihawk. This card is a 2-hit counter, and it has the same effect as Kaya when attacking with a Dawn. This card is a little bit slow, but the benefit is that he has a very good effect in this deck because he lets you cycle. So if you can play him, if you're in a position to play him, you can just drop him down, you can swing with him, draw 2, trash 2, and if at worst case you can never play him, he's a 2K counter. So pretty good card in the deck. You can replace him with whatever you wanted it if you wanted a different 2K counter, but I like him for his when attacking effect. Playing 2 7-cost Doflamingo, again, just a tempo card to bounce things. You can return your own characters with this card if you want to, but generally you're going to want to use it on your opponent's characters. Not super great against rush characters, but good against everything else. I'm playing 2 9-cost Mihawks. Again, same reason I'm playing Dofi. You can't... you technically could bottom deck your own characters, but I don't think you'd ever want to. So you're just going to use this on your opponent's big threats, like 7-cost Kid. Ace, it's really good against 5-drop Luffy. Anything that you can't really deal with by swinging over, or you just can't have on board, Mihawk's a great answer too. If you wanted to play 4 of him, I would not stop you. Like 4 and 4, I've seen people play. I just feel like having too many cards in the deck without counter feels really bad when your entire idea is to stall out until you have no cards in deck. As for your event cards, I'm playing a fair bit. Now, again, you could take out these Pilafs and play 4 and 4 if you want to, and have the same amount of brick. It's up to you. Again, I want to try a more traditional one where I was just drawing cards for fun. So we're playing 4 Overheat. Again, this is just to recycle our Nojikos and our Kayas, as well as protect our leader. It also lets you recycle like things like Doflamingo or Boodle or whatever you may think. If you think they're gonna die and you don't need to block, like if you have 2 non-active, like if you're on a 5 Dawn turn, you play this and you're like, oh, I think my Doflamingo is gonna die, I'll bounce it back to my hand, then I can reset my top 5. Or if you're searching for a particular card and you need to see your top 5 again, it's not terrible. But yeah, also it's a 4K counter, so it's nice. I'm playing 4 Rubber Band of Doom. This card's fantastic. It won me a game in Trigger. And it's a 1-cost 2K counter that trashes the top card of your deck, so we love that. Again, 4 Rice Pilaf, it replaces itself, so it's a draw 2. It's a Pot of Greed, essentially. And it gives you an extra card, so card advantage is always super nice. Anything that can plus you is fantastic. Downside of this card, obviously, is that it has no counter, and it can be a brick since it is 3 Dawn. But there are tons of times late game where you can play this card, and it feels pretty good. Last but not least, we're playing 4 Love Beam. This card's really great. It's a good defensive card, and late game, it draws you a card every time and sets you up to be in a position where you can win the game off of decking out. So that's the deck profile. Without further ado, let's hop into some gameplay, see how it works, and see if we can win some games with Nami. Alright, some more Nami gameplay. This seems pretty decent. I'm going second, so I have some plays. Pitching damn, not picking up the Fujitora, which means he probably has one already. I don't really have any play here, which is too bad, but that's okay. He actually just swings. I'll take that one, actually, that's fine. It's gonna die. Go 5-2 on this one. I don't want to stay alive if he's gonna swing at me like that. Like that's so cringe, man. It's just too much for me. And then we're gonna go ahead and play a Bellmare here. I was thinking about playing the Dofi, but I think Bellmare is better because I haven't swung on his life yet, so he's pretty inclined to take the first swing at life. And if he KOs her, I get to trash 3 cards from the top of my deck, so I'm good with that as well. And then if he plays like a Borsalino or anything, I can just play Nochiko to bounce it, and then I can use Overheat to bounce back the Nochiko to my hand, so I can continue to reuse it, because the only cards that I really care about in this deck are 5 costs or less. So he's going to swing like a ton here at me. I'll take that. I'll use a trigger actually, so that's good. Thanks to leave 2 non-active here. Okay, cool. I'll go 7, just to see what he does here. Impact waves, okay. And counters on that too. Okay, cool. This can go this, and then my turn. I got a blocker now. Okay, Kaku is gonna pop my blocker, which is fine. Okay, because I can just Nochiko it now. He's gonna swing at my Bellmare. I think that's fine to let it go. It's trash. Now I'm at this, so I can go. It will pop my Nochiko, so I will do that instead. I'll attack him for 6. Do you take? No, you counter. Okay, cool. So I know he's got a Kaku in hand, so he plays Bueno. Okay, and he's a blocker Bueno. Cool. I will 1k there, that's fine. I'm gonna use Nochiko to bounce it next turn, and then I see a Fukuro. Cool. So I think this turn I can go Mihawk to bottom deck the Bueno, and then I can swing 6 with my Nami. Trash a card. And now I have a fairly decent board. And I could play Zeph next turn. He's going to play another Bueno. Cool. Make it a blocker. And... okay, 9. That's fine. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll use it on the Fukuro. Why not? So... Actually, I'll deploy this to bounce Bueno. And then I will play this to bounce Nochiko, trash cards from my deck. I have for this and this. I think I just end turn. Because now I can, I have another Nochiko, so I can just continuously. Now I can poke with Zeph at his life. Because again, trashing 7's pretty good. Bueno is going to come down, and then a Fukuro is also going to come down, and you're going to see a 6k swing at life. I'll use an Overheat to bounce the Fukuro, and I'll resolve that attack. Draw a card. Again, now I can Nochiko bounce the Bueno back. 1, 2. Let's go 9, honestly. I think 9's a good amount to swing at him with. Okay. Wow, he really doesn't want that to go through. I'll go for a Pilaf. And, I'll end turn there. God, he really doesn't want me to get a swing off with, like, a Zeph or anything. I'll 1k counter with that Boodle there. for 10. Is he gonna come play another Blueno is gonna come down? It's gonna get Noji Code again. That's the thing. Like I don't know, man. You're gonna keep 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Playing these Bluenos, and it's gonna feel pretty bad. I think he has a trigger. Yeah, he's gonna KO my one Nojiko. That's okay. 2Ks out of that. I honestly, I think I just go 7 to 9 here actually. Okay, he's playing Ina's Lobby, so I don't know how I feel about that, but that's not a card in hand, so I'm just gonna end turn. I don't know what he can play here to end the game, even if he rushes. So Khalifa draw to trash 2, interesting. Let's see what he trashes. Lucci and Suru, okay. Oh no, Lucci and Tashigi, okay. So a 2K's pitching. Interesting. He's gonna use that to -2 on my Zeph, and then he's gonna play a Blueno. And he's got a blocker. He's gonna swing at my life. No blocker. I'll pitch a Boa here. It's too slow. 15 cards. I'll attack this leader here for 7. He will block. What will you play is the question, my good sir. He'll play a Khalifa. And draw 2 and trash 2. Okay, I'll swing at the Khalifa to kill her with my beautiful card. I'll swing at the leader for 7 here. Do you take? No, you do not take. Okay. I think I just still win here. I don't... Oh, nope. Don't want to attach to Zeph. I don't think he can beat me. I think his hand is maybe a bit of bricks. It's a trigger, I guess. He's sitting on it. Air door. Okay, so I can't beat him now. So I'll leave it on open. He's gonna block with Fukuro, and I'll leave 2 on active here. And then maybe next turn I can still another Blueno. This guy is loving his Bluenos. That's for sure. I think I have more than enough to protect my life here. And this game, Nami coming in clutch, going against Ace here. This is probably a fine hand, honestly. So since I'm going first, right? I don't need you and you. All right, we are. You definitely want to go second because you just draw a card and just faster through your deck. So they play a striker and a Whitebeard Pirates. That's okay. I'll go for a Boodle. And you know what? I'm just gonna attack life here, just to put some pressure on my opponent and see if he pitches a card from his hand. I mean, he'll probably just take it, but it's fine. I know that you're not supposed to swing, but like, you can, like, things like Zeph here, like if you do damage to their life, trashing 7 cards is pretty impactful. And I now have a blocker, so in my next turn I'll be able to play this Zeph and I'll be able to bounce my Kai back to hand, which is pretty nice. Since they use the striker effect, they're just mostly playing around. So like I can use this, I'll trash top card, that's fine. And then I can go Zeph here to bounce my Kai back, and then I can go Nami at life here. Again, I can force cards out of his hand. He's got no bodies on board at this point. He's going to his 6th Dawn turn. Yeah, he can just easily KO my Zeph, but my Zeph protected my Kaya. I did not lose it. And I think that's super important, is to protect your Kayas. Kaya's super duper good. Super strong card. I think he's just thinking if he wants to take it or not. Alright, takes it. Okay. So I'm actually up in life here. And I'm already 33 cards, so I'm already 17 through my deck, which is nice. I have another Kaya coming up here. I don't know how good this will be, but if it's a Marco that comes down, he uses Striker though, so he's only got 4 Dawn, so Marco can't come down unless it's going to be the blocker Marco. We'll see a 6k swing at life here. I'll take that one. That's fine. And then what? We're going to see something else come down? I'm not sure what will come down for 3. So he used Whitebeard Pirates. There's only cards in his trash. I think he's just saving a lot of stuff just to go like Flame Emperor me, but I'll just swing with Zep anyways, and then I can. He's gonna leave 3 non-active. Okay, that's fine. I guess I'll go 7. That's okay. I'll force him to pitch 2 cards or use a guard point. That's fine. I'll go 5. And then I'll play a Boa. I think is probably the play. He's trash Striker to counter out of his attack. It's fine. Like Flame Emperor is coming down next turn, like 100%. So if I can give him a target to swing at, like to pop other than my Zeph, that would be nice. And then I can have a Dawn active for Giant Gavel, and I have Alvida to 2k counter out. But I think protecting Zeph is probably important in this game, just because I don't want him to die. I think Zeph is actually pretty strong, just to keep on board, if possible. And then I'll go ahead and play Boa. I'll slot a Dawn under her, and I will pass. And then now a Flame Emperor will probably come down and pop my Boa, and he'll swing at my life. That's my expected. He might also go for a 7-drop Ace here and leaving 1 up. So we'll see what he ends up doing. Flame Emperor is my Boa. That's to be expected. Now he's at 8k. I do have Gavel and Alvida though, so if he wants to go to 9k, he can. We'll see. Okay, only 8k, so I can go trash with Gavel, and then I can pitch Alvida to protect. And then we resolve. And he's 1 up. He leaves 1 up. I'm only 30 through my deck right now, so I'll go ahead and swing 7 again with Zeph here. Again, just pressuring my opponent here. He uses another guard point. I think it's okay here to swing with Nami. 6 at 5, and then again, just trashing cards is kind of cool. Trashing a Kaya, unfortunately, though. And then I'll play another Boa, and I'll slot a Dawn underneath there, and I'll end my turn. Again, if he wants to Flame Emperor again, that's completely fine. I'll keep protecting my Zeph, and I'll keep putting myself in a position to just, you know, survive. I'll be able to draw off my Love Beam this turn as well, and then I'll be able to... Oh, he Flame Emperor is my Zeph. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty smart, honestly. I'm going to be able to keep my Boa on the field, though, which is nice for me. I'll go no blocker, love. Resolve attack. And now I have Kaya and I have Overheat here, which is super duper nice. 10 Dawn, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is fine. So I'll go Belmare. If she dies, I get to trash 3 cards. I'll swing 5 at leader here. Again, take it or don't. I don't care. I'll be able to slot a Dawn underneath my Boa and swing here and draw a card. So I have 5 cards left in my hand. Pitches a Marco. Attaching it onto my Boa here. Swinging at his life. Drawing a card. Just gonna see what he's gonna use to counter out of this. Maybe Crossfire? I don't know. There's a lot of options that you have. I honestly think that purple's going to make a bit of a resurgence. I think that 7-drop king in this format is going to be so good. Like, there are so many decks that just play, like, these tiny little bodies in, like, Zoro and Whitebeard and Ace and stuff. Like, Buggy, Ezo, things like that. It's really just hilarious. So I counter out of that swing. That's completely fine. I'll be able to pay a Kaya. I'll trash Soja King and probably Nojiko. And then I'll... Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, I'll end my turn. I have Overheat, plus I have Love Bellow, so I can protect. I mean, he's already used 2 Flame Emperors at this point. And 2 guard points. So I'm feeling pretty good about the state of this game. 24... cards left in my deck, which is not great. I should be way farther in. Like, I feel like I've done a lot, but I'm still only like he's got 31 and I've got 24. Like, I'm only a bit ahead of him considering, but you know, we'll get there. So there's a 9-drop coming down. That makes sense. Yeah. I am going to protect my Boa if he swings at her, which he probably is going to. I'll use Overheat to bounce the Kaya back. And then I can drop Kaya again next turn. Yeah, so we'll go Overheat. No blocker, Overheat. Bouncing back my Kaya. We'll resolve the attack. Okay, draw a card. Oh, nice. I have another Overheat. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and drop Dofi here. Ooh, yes, I'll put it on top. I'll go... probably Nojiko... Mihawk, Overheat, Kaya, Pilaf. And then I can go Kaya, pitch, Zeph, Love. Go ahead and get that. And now I have double Overheat for my Kayas. I'll go... Then I'll go 1. Swing at you. Just to kind of bait him a little bit. I'll end turn here. Yeah, like the Whitebeard. Whitebeard's interesting. I probably could have like not done that with her, but another Whitebeard's gonna come down. Okay, so this one's gonna swing at something. So Ace is gonna swing at what? I could take a life here. I don't mind blocking the one Whitebeard swing. So like, but I can just Overheat this and bounce my Kaya back though is the thing, and then I can block the Whitebeard swing. It's a Dawn active, but like, again, I've got less than 20 cards left in my deck. This is going to be 4 cards through. I'm going to try and get some damage from this this Bellmare, maybe. If he takes this, I mean, he's going to counter out of it. No shot he takes it, but okay, let's see what we get. This is going to be kind of useless. I'll go for a Pilaf here. Oh, Boodle's good. He'll have to put 2 Dawn underneath to KO it. That's fine. And then I'll leave 2 Dawn up for that Overheat. And then I'm at 14 cards in deck. So I'm feeling pretty decent. I mean, Boodle's going to die, but it's going to trash a card, so I'll be at 13. He Jet Pistols my Boa. Interesting. Okay. He'll use the Newgate effect to pop my Boodle or my Kaya, either one. I think popping... but he uses Striker. Okay. Striker's interesting. I mean, he could double... Oh, okay. I'll get a free block in, because it's going to die anyways. And I'll trash the Zeph here. No block. No blocker. Overheat. Bounce back this. And then counter. I think that's good. He's got what, 4 non-active still? I'd like to get a swing out from his Bellmare at his leader. Like, I feel like if I can get that Bellmare swing, I'll be at 12 cards. I'll have 5 left, and then depending on what I draw, we could be in a position that we're feeling really good. I love. It's okay. Alright, let's just probably put like 4 underneath this so that you can't have one like radical beam. So he have to use commit two cards from hand to use to get out of it, which he does. Okay, I'll go 5 here. Again, he's gonna have to swing with one of these first. It's a no for ace, which is fine. I don't care about ace that much. I'm on a bit of a clock here. I have to overheat this Kaya back to my hand this turn. So you would leader first. I feel like it's just a mistake here because he could pop something. Pilaf would have been really nice to have. Unfortunately, that doesn't go through. We'll go for an overheat to bounce back my Kaya. Get out of that attack. And then he's going to go 2 more swings here. I'm not countering that. And I'm not countering that. And I've got 9 cards left in my deck. 8 cards left in my deck now. Okay. Can I get... Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll play Doflamingo, I think is probably the play. Start placing on top. It's going to be Boodle, then... It's tough. Then Alvida, then Gavel, Kaya. And then this way I can go Kaya. I can pitch Belmare and Alvida. I can go Kaya. I can pitch... Just what, trash 1 card? Top card only? And this draws me 1 card. So I need to leave 4 non-active. Did I mess that up, maybe? Yeah, I think I'll have 1 card left in deck, maybe. It's unfortunate. We'll see what I get from this. If this is a draw 2 trash 1, if it's anything good, like if it's like anything that's good in trigger, because like I have 4 cards left in deck here. He's got 6 on. I probably just have to block this because of the threat of the new gates KOing it. $11. So what? It's... So I go no blocker. Two in deck. God, let this trigger be something good, please. For the love of God, let it be something good. Let this trigger be something good, please. Let it be something good. We're gonna prage. We're gonna prage that my last life is beautiful. Oh! Oh! Yes! Yes! Okay, that was beautiful. I mean, I'd only seen 3 of them, so I had to be somewhere. That's amazing. The last trigger, we get the beautiful Usopp Rubber Band of Doom to draw 1, trash 1, and then we win the game, baby. So that's awesome. Nami's definitely playable, I think, but it's way harder to play without Moji and Kabaji combo. So, oof, that's this game, that's for sure. That was fun. Saved by our last life. Only way we could have won, I thought. So, yeah, well, awesome. I mean, he would have gone to what? I mean, he could have pitched cards from hand too. So yeah, that was crazy. Very, very close game, and we're taking it here. All right, little Kinemon Nami action. We'll get that. Ooh, that seems alright. That seems not too bad. Cool. I think I can make this work. I'm going second, so... Bonnie. Cool. These are too bricky right now. Yeah. And then I can play this next turn. I can swing something at this. See what you play. I mean, Okiku coming down here is probably fine. Killer coming down. Okay, and then we're going to see the Bonnie effect used. That makes sense. I think I just play Nojiko, and then he's playing Kid, it looks like. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm actually just gonna go Nojiko here to bounce the Killer, and then I'm gonna swing at his Bonnie. I don't want that staying alive. Yeah, that's fine. I'll leave 2 non-active here I have like Rubber Band of Doom for a 2k counter, and then I can Zeph my own Nojiko back next turn. I have so much counter in hand right now. This deck that I'm running is running a lot of counter, that's for sure, and is running so much bounce that you can really stifle your opponent. I think it does poorly against like I was interested for my Nojiko. I think he wants to kill Nojiko here, which is fine. Nojiko going down would suck, but I actually think that I can protect it, which is the craziest thing. Like, I have this and this and this and this and this. Like, I have so much to protect it. If he only swings 5 at it, I'll protect it. But if he swings like 7 at it, no, he's only gonna swing 5 at it. Okay, cool. Oh, he's not swinging at her. Interesting. That's really interesting. Oh. Okay. Wow. That's completely fine. So I'll go Zeph to bounce back my Nojiko. I'll trash cards from deck. I'll swing 5 at leader here, just for giggles and shits. See what he does. No, nothing. Cool. And then I can just bounce a lot of his stuff next turn. He's only got 4 cards in hand. I don't know if you should be not taking that. Like, you're getting cheesed on card advantage right now, I have to say. And I have like Rubber Band of Doom for a 2k counter here, and I think he is playing towards his 8-cost Kid. But that's okay. Strictly because like I have a lot of ways around his. Like, I am playing Mihawk and stuff like that, and I have ways around. Like, he's only at 7 Dawn right now, so I have ways around his combo pieces. So we'll see what he does here. He's definitely trying to set up, but I can go like Nojiko into Zeph to bounce my Nojiko back to my hand, and then just keep reusing these cards to just make sure that like I can Nojiko, play Yamato, like bounce the Yamato. We're supposed to see a 7-cost Kid just played, and probably a 5k and a 6k swing. So the 5k, I'll 1k with Boodle, and then the 6k I'll Rubber Band of Doom. And we're feeling pretty good, so we'll Rubber Band of Doom. Like, oh, that's gonna be a great follow-up for this. So I'm gonna swing 6 at 6 first, just to see what he does with this blocker, or if he does something with this blocker. Maybe we'll see. I probably should have swung 7, but we'll see what he does. He might just counter out of it, which is fine. I'll go for a Nojiko to bounce it. And then I can just Zeph to bounce back my Nojiko. Trash some cards from my deck. And then I'll end my turn here. And I have an answer to this. Thankfully, it's the Kinemon I don't really have an answer to, but if I can get the not the Kinemon, the Kazuki Odin, then I don't really have an answer to. But I do have a fair bit of counter here, and again, like, if he swings at the Zeph with any of these, I'm feeling pretty good. He's only got 5 cards in hand as well, and I'm 27 cards through deck right now. If I land an attack on his life with Zeph ever, it's just feeling pretty good. So we'll see what he wants to do. And the next turn, like, I'm playing this 100% of the time. And again, if you want to clear my Zeph, that's okay with me. They've done their job. And again, if you're swinging these two characters at them, I can protect it from an AK swing, no problem. Mihawk, Alvida, like, I got tons of stuff. So let's see what he ends up doing this turn. Because he's going to lose something. So we have 6, 7. 8 at 6 here? It's an awkward number for sure. As long as I protect one of them, it's all that really matters. Oh, it's at life. Okay. I'll take first swing at life. Ah, perfect. And then second swing I can get out of, no problem. And then he's 1 active Dawn. Cool. See what he does with these swings. I'm gonna swing all these things at life first. See what he does. See what he does. Oh, he ends up going for a block. Cool. Give me the killer. Or give me a card. Oh, he Paradise Waterfalls. Nice. That's fine. That's completely fine with me. I'm alright with that. Paradise Waterfall, and and he counters out if he's got 2 cards in hand. He wants to think that he can go for a game here, which, I mean, I don't think so. I have a bunch of blockers, plus I have no Joko to play, plus I've got 2 Love Beams, so, like, I think I'm okay. 8-draw Kid coming down, okay. That means I can counter out of this attack, no problem, if he wants to use the effect. But I have this as well, like, I don't think you want to use the effect this turn. Not in the slightest. Okay, and then you're gonna swing what? 5 and 6? I block that one. Cool. So I'll go Nojiko, Bounce Killer. I'll go Mihawk at Yamato. I don't think you can counter out of this. I mean, if you do, that's your entire hand, which means that both of my Zephs are connecting, which is, that's what I thought. So we'll go 7 at leader, trash 7. We'll go 7 at leader. Again, trashing 7 if he takes it. Wow, he gives me his entire hand. Okay, he's really feeling really confident. So that's gonna be. I'll deploy this over my Kaya. On top, this isn't terrible. So we'll go boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. I could have swung with this, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Oh. I have Love Beam. And then I have Usopp's for Band of Doom. I have a blocker, so I should be able to protect my Mihawk, no problem here. As long as I block the Kid Swing with my Dofi. feeling pretty good. I mean, again, I'm just gonna block this. I mean, if he swings, okay, 6 on underneath him. That seems a bit much, don't you think? Because I don't think you can protect him, really, can you? Oh wow, interesting. Do you do you feel like you're in a position where you can't win? Because that's what it feels like, right? I mean, I guess I can just go 10 at him, right? You can't protect it. I mean, you can't protect it. It's just gone. And then my Zephs just go 7, trash 7, and then, yeah. And then I'll probably go... Punk Gibson to rest my other Zeph. Are you kidding me? That's so annoying. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We'll leave 1 5. So we'll go 3 under my Nami, and I'll go at leader, and then I'll trash 1 more, and then I'll end turn. At this point, I've used. How many peel-offs have I trashed? 2. Ezo to rest something. So there's 1 peel-off left for sure. Extra to pop my blocker. Interesting. You could have just used Ezo and not. You could use Zokiku to rest it and not play the blocker and not play the Ezo and keep it for counter in hand. But maybe you just want bodies. I don't know. I don't know what's going through this guy's head right now. But I do know that I'll be using mucho love beam to protect me life. Cool. I think it's just win the game. Yeah. Win the game. That was what that was. Alright, Nami taking it. That's 3.